Good morning, students. I'm your chemistry teacher Swati, and in this video, I'm going to explain the topic hydrolysis of salt and the pH of their solutions, the buffer solution, and the sparingly soluble salts, and the common effect. So, the topic is the hydrolysis of salts and the pH of their solutions. Let us consider some salts which are consist of a weak acid or some of the weak base or the strong acid or the strong base. So depending upon the nature of the acid, whether it is strong or weak, we classify basically salt into three categories. So one is the salt, which is the neutral salt, which is made up of strong acid, strong base. Here strong acid plus strong base. The second is basically the acidic salt, made up of strong acid, weak base, and the basic salt, made up of strong base plus weak acid. So three types of salt are there. So we now consider the hydrolysis of salt of the following types: the salt of weak acid and the strong base. Example, sodium acetate, the salt of strong acid and weak base. Example, ammonium chloride, salt of weak acid and the weak base. Example, uh, ammonium acetate. In the first case, the sodium acetate being a salt of weak, we now consider basically in the first case, the sodium acetate being a salt of weak acid, and the acidic acid and the strong base, which is NaOH, gets completely ionized in aqueous solution. Uh, Fine. And the acetate ion thus formed undergo hydrolysis in the water to give acetic acid and hydroxide ions. So you can see this. This is the basically salt, which is the sodium acetate. When you dissolve this salt in the water, you will get acetic acid and the strong base NaOH, which is completely hydrolyzed or which is completely dissociated basically in a positive and OH negative ions. But this acetic acid, this is not a strong acid. This is weak acid, and this weak acid basically undergoes hydrolysis with water and forms the acetic acid and this OH negative ions. So you can see there is a more OH negative ions in this solution now, because the strong base is already there, which is completely dissociated, and rest of this and the extra OH negative ions are also there, because which basically comes out from the water only. So there is an excess of OH negative ions. That is why that is why this basically salt is a basic salt. The salt made up from strong base and the weak acid is basically a basic salt. And similarly, in the case of you look at the salt ammonium chloride, the same thing happens here. When you dissolve this ammonium chloride salt in a water, what you will get the HCl, which is an acid, which is again completely dissociated into chloride and the hydrogen ions. So if you dissolve this salt in water, you will get NH4 negative ion and the chloride ion. And this basically ammonium ion reacts with water and forms further ammonium hydroxide, because this ammonium hydroxide is a weak base, so it will form some ammonium hydroxide there and release some H ions there. You can see there the chloride ions, and there is basically the presence of H ions there. That is why the salt, which is made up of a strong acid and a weak base, is basically an acidic salt. So you can see this ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and therefore remain almost unionized in the solution, and this result in increase in the HN concentration in solution, making the solution acidic, and the pH of ammonium chloride solution is water less than 7. Similarly, you can consider the hydrolysis of ammonium acetate from the weak acid and the weak base, and the ions formed undergoes hydrolysis like this, because दोनों ही अब ये weak हैं, तो now both the ions will undergo hydrolysis with water, will form the acetic acid and the ammonium hydroxide, and this acetic acid and ammonium hydroxide also remain into partially dissociated form. ये dissociated form में भी रहेंगे और ये fully unionized form में भी रहेंगे. So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे H ion भी है, OH ion भी है. So without going into detailed calculation, it can be said that degree of hydrolysis is independent of the concentration of the solution. The pH of such solution is determined by their pK values, and here this is the formula for calculating pH, which is 7 plus half pKa minus pKb. This formula is basically for the salt, which is made up of weak acid and the weak base. So pH 7 plus half pK and minus pKb. So pH of such kind of salt, which is made up of weak acid and weak base, is basically depends on their pK values, whether this salt will be acidic or the basic. And if the pH of the solution greater than 7 and the difference is positive, and it will be less than 7 if the difference is negative. So now the buffer solution. Now buffer solution is what? The buffer solution, basically what it do, it resists the change in pH on dilution with the addition of small amount of acid or alkali. It is called buffer solution. So buffer solutions of known pH can be prepared from the knowledge of pKa of the acid or pKb of the base, and by controlling the ratio of the salt and acid or the salt and base. A mixture of acetic acid and the sodium acetate acts as a buffer solution around pH 4.75, and a mixture of ammonium chloride and the ammonium hydroxide acts as a buffer around pH 9.25, and you will learn more about buffer solution in higher classes. It means buffer solution is that solution which resists the pH change up to some level. Fine. Means if you add by mistake, if you added small amount of acid or alkali, this buffer solution will resist that small change. But large change, obviously it will not be able to control it, but small amount of acid and base, acid or the alkali, if you add it, it will resist some change in the pH. And buffer solution is made up by the weak acid and the salt of weak acid. Similarly, you can make basic buffer solution by weak base with the salt of weak base. You can see this is the acidic buffer where weak acid and the salt of weak acid, which is the acetic acid and sodium acetate, and mixture of ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide, weak base with the salt of weak base. Fine. Ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and the salt of weak base. So these are the both of the buffer solutions. Now next is the designing of buffer solution. So you can also design the buffer solution, like preparation of buffer solution. You can see to prepare a buffer of acidic pH, we use the weak acid and its salt from with strong base. So we develop the equation relating the pH, the equilibrium constant Ka of weak acid, and the ratio of the concentration of weak acid and its conjugate base. For general case where the weak acid Ha ionizes in water, like this is a weak acid and this is the water, you can see the hydronium and the A negative. For this expression you can write Ka like in this manner, and this H3O positive will be what? KaHA upon A negative. We are basically calculating the pH for the acidic buffer. Fine. So this H positive is KaHA upon A negative. Take a logarithm both side and rearranging the terms we get pKa is equals to pH minus log A negative HA. What we have done? We have multiplied both the term with minus log. So that is why we are getting the p value, or pH is equals to pKa plus log A minus HA. So your pH is equals to, for the acidic buffer, if you want to calculate the pH for the acidic buffer, you can calculate it by this formula, where pH for that acidic buffer is equals to pKa. This pKa is the acid constant for the weak acid to pKa plus log concentration of conjugate base A negative and acid HA. By this formula you can calculate the pH for the acidic buffer, and similarly you can also calculate the pH for the basic buffer also. And you can see this is the formula. We don't need to get into much details. We have to just know the formula for calculation of pH for the acidic buffer solution. The formula is the pH is equals to pK plus log salt by acid. Similarly, if you have to calculate the pH for the basic buffer solution, you can write pH is equals to pKb plus log concentration of salt by concentration of base. Fine, this will be the formula only. So you can see this here, POH, which is equals to pKb plus log concentration of conjugate acid pH positive and the base B. This conjugate acid is basically the salt of weak base. Fine, and this we also know that pH plus POH is equals to 14, and similarly this pH plus POH is equals to pKw. And by putting, you can also put this equation like pK plus pKw is equals to pK plus pKb is equals to pKw. You can use this equation on putting these values in equation 7.41. If you put these values, you will get this kind of formula over here. Fine. So we don't need to get into the details. We just know the formula, that what will be the formula if there is a question regarding calculation of pH of a buffer solution. Then you must know the formula for the acidic buffer this, and the basic buffer it will be POH is equals to pKb plus log salt upon base. This is the concentration basically. Right. Now next is the solubility equilibrium of sparingly soluble salts. Basically, what do you mean by sparingly soluble salts? If I look at this table, see, if the solubility of any salt is greater than 0.1 molar, then we can see the salt is soluble. And if solubility lies between 0.1 to 0.01 molar, then it will be slightly soluble. If its solubility is very much less, which is less than 0.01 molar, then your salt will be sparingly soluble. So sparingly soluble means almost insoluble salt is there. Then how you will calculate the solubility product for that kind of salts? So you can see there is a barium sulfate. You will get the precipitate of BSO4, which is a white color. Again, in the saturated solution in water, So it is a sparingly soluble salt which is very much less soluble, so it will give you the Ba positive and sulfate ions in the solution. For the equilibrium constant, you can calculate, you can write it like this, the concentration of Ba2 positive, SO4 2 negative divided by BaSO4, and when this constant BaSO4 concentration has to multiply by K will give you the KSP, which is the solubility product. So solubility product क्या है? K multiply BaSO4. This it means the solubility product is the concentration of products only. The concentration of ionic products, the multiplication of concentration of ionic products only we call the solubility product. Fine. And the experimental value of KSP in equation is at 298 Kelvin, which is 1.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 10. This means that for solid barium sulfate in equilibrium with its saturated solution, the product of the concentrations of barium and sulfate ion is equals to its solubility product constant. Basically we have to know the basically यहाँ से most importantly the question comes from the salt that calculate the solubility product for such salt, then how you will calculate it and how you will write it. So majorly the formula which matters in this topic, like suppose there is a salt of zirconium phosphate, then and you have to calculate KSP for the zirconium phosphate, you must know how to write the formula and how to apply the concept on this salt. So this is the zirconium phosphate salt, as there are 3 PO4 just a minute, Zr3PO4 4. फाइन. सो इन दिस वे नाउ अब ये एक सॉल्ट है, तो अगर आप सॉल्ट के आयन सेपरेट आउट करें यू विल गेट Zr4 पॉजिटिव एंड PO4 3 negative, and you can see there is a 3 zirconium ions are there and 4 phosphate ions are there. So in this way if you write the KSP, you write the concentration of zirconium for positive. How many are there? 3. So you have to multiply, you have to make a power 3 over the concentration, then phosphate 3 negative, PO4 3 negative, and how many phosphate are there? 4. You have to multiply power with 4. Now just you have to multiply the basically the concentrations which are given in the equation and multiply these two concentration of zirconium and phosphate, you will get the solubility product for this salt. And similarly if some general salt is there like MX, you can say this is the general salt which is MX and XY, so it will be MY positive. It can be anything, like you can write it like this, XMP positive and plus YXQ negative. Suppose P positive, Q negative is an arbitrary charge in that case. So what will be KSP? That MP positive raised to the power X and XQ negative raised to the power Y. This is basically the stoichiometric coefficient. And suppose if solubility product for MP positive is XS. Suppose if the solubility product for this MP positive is S. Fine. Then how you will write it? So how many are there? There are three, sorry, here XM is there, so XM raised to the power X. Similarly YX is there, YS and raised to the power Y. So जो भी आगे स्टोशियोमेट्री होगी वो मल्टीप्लाई भी करनी है आपको कॉन्सेंट्रेशन से और पावर में भी लगानी है. So in means by this method you have to calculate the KSP. This is how you calculate the KSP. Now you can see zirconium for positive 3s and phosphate 4s. So 3s raised to the power 3 and 4s raised to the power 4. You solve it 6 and 1 2 s raised to the power 7 and you just get the formula for KSP. Fine. Similarly, a question is given to you. Calculate the solid product of A2X3 in pure water, assuming neither kind of ion reacts with water, and solid product is given to you. KSP is given to you, then you have, it means you have to calculate the solubility, which is S only. So how you will calculate it? So this, it means the concentration, suppose arbitrary is S for A and X. So 2A is there, so it means 2X for A and X के लिए क्या हो जाएगा? Because 3X 3S. Now 2S concentration raised to the power 2, 3S concentration raised to the power 3, KSP, this will be 4 and multiply 27 and S power 5, just multiply this term, KSP is given to you, calculate the value of S by applying this under root 5. Fine. This will not be 5 root हो जाएगा ये. तो इस तरीके से आपको क्वेश्चन ये सॉल्व करना है. Now next is the common ion effect on the solubility of ionic salts. Obviously common ion effect has very much impact according to Le Chatterley. The common ion effect basically what it does, it shifts the equilibrium backward. Fine. The solubility of ionic salts again gets decreased if you increase the common ion. This is the basically common ion effect. So it is expected from Le Chatterley principle that if we increase the concentration of any one of the ions, it should combine with the ion of a opposite charge and some of the salt will precipitated till once again Ksp is equals to Qsp. Similarly, if the concentration of one of the ion is decreased, more salt will dissolve to increase, and concentration of both the ions till once again Ksp is equals to Qsp. And this is applicable even to soluble salts like sodium chloride, except that due to higher concentration of the ions, we use their activities instead of their molarities in the expression for Qsp. Thus, if we take a saturated solution, it is like if you take a देखो ये जो कॉमन इफेक्ट है ये हर एक सॉल्ट्स पे एप्लीकेबल है, चाहे कोई स्पेरिंगली सॉल्युबल हो, चाहे लीस्ट सॉल्युबल हो, चाहे मोर सॉल्युबल हो. अगर आप कॉमन आयन डालेंगे तो वो कॉमन आयन लेचेटर प्रिंसिपल के अकॉर्डिंगली आपके इक्विलिब्रियम को बैकवर्ड फॉरवर्ड शिफ्ट कर देगा. नाउ डिपेंडिंग अपॉन कि कौन सा आयन आप इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड या राइट हैंड साइड. नाउ इट इज लाइक इफ यू टेक ए सैचुरेटेड सॉल्यूशन ऑफ सोडियम क्लोराइड एंड पास HCl गैस थ्रू इट. सैचुरेटेड सॉल्यूशन लिया हमने सोडियम क्लोराइड का और उसमें HCl गैस हमने पास करा थी. देन सोडियम क्लोराइड इज प्रेसिपिटेटेड आउट ड्यू टू इंक्रीज कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ क्लोराइड आयन अवेलेबल from the dissociation of HCl, because in the solution obviously you have Na positive and Cl negative and you are adding HCl gas to it, so common ion will be the chloride ion. So the concentration of chloride ion will get increased, so equilibrium will shift backward and your NaCl will get precipitated out. So sodium chloride thus obtained is of very high purity because now it will have now no impurity, and we can get rid of impurities like sodium and magnesium sulfates. And the common ion effect is also used for also complete precipitation of a particular ion as its sparingly soluble salt with a very low value of solubility product for gravimetric estimation. So we can precipitate silver ion as a silver chloride, ferric ion as its hydroxide, and barium ions for and as sulfates for quantitative estimation. So ये purity के लिए बहुत useful है चीज़. अगर हमें precipitate बनाने silver ion के as silver chloride, so we can also add the common ion effect like chloride. It will give you the silver chloride which is of pure state. Similarly, ferric ion as its hydroxides, the barium ion as its sulfate for quantitative estimations. And obviously जो भी आपको यहाँ precipitate मिलेगा that will of a pure or very high purity. This is the common ion effect on the solubility of ionic salts. Some basically explanation is there. You can see this mathematical explanation is there. So you don't need to have to do this. Just leave this. Yeah. Okay. Let me just tell you what is all about. It is just a simple calculation. So you can leave it also. But the solubility of weak salts of weak acid like phosphate increases at lower pH. This is because the lower pH, the concentration of the anion decreases due to protonation. Thus, it increases solubility of the salt so that Ksp is equals to Qsp. So, we have to satisfy two equilibrium simultaneously. So, Ksp is what? M positive X negative. This is the Hx, H positive X negative, and Ki will be H positive X negative upon Hx. And you can see this now X negative upon Hx is equals to K upon H positive. Taking inverse of both the side, adding 1 to it, you will get this kind of expression. And now again taking inverse, we get X negative divided by X negative plus Hx, which is equals to Ka upon Ka plus H positive. And it can be seen that F decreases as pH increases. इसको हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? F. So if this F decreases as pH decreases. So इसे pH अगर आपका डिक्रीज करेगा तो आपका F जो है वो डिक्रीज करेगा. If S is the solubility of the salt at given pH, then your Ksp is equals to S square K upon K plus H positive, and S is equals to this. And the solubility S increase when increase in H positive or decrease in pH. Fine. So this is you don't need to have to do this topic. Just leave it, and you must know the idea regarding the common ion effect on the solubility of ionic salt. So this is the same, that if you add any common ion to the ionic salt, what will the effect? It will follow the Le-Chatelet principle, and your equilibrium will get into the direction where it can cancel out the effect which you are making on the equilibrium. So this is all about the topics which were left in the equilibrium chapter, and I have covered it all.